talked about your day. You get the offsides, you get the turnover. What was this day like for you?
Early on, I wouldn't even say I was frustrated with myself. It was just one of those, like, that can't happen in that situation. I knew early on that the snapper, he did fidget with the ball. That was something we talked about during the week. So that's just one of those moments where I just got to make sure my focus is what it has to be so I can make sure, listen, they get 3 points because they scored off of that. And that's a big swing. And so a play like that could determine the game later on in the game. So just making sure that I'm always focused.
But then the turnover, so you watch that. What were you speaking of? Is that just responsibility of playing syndrome like that, or they just watch?
I think that's just the life of a defensive back. Whatever happens, like, you could give up a catch, you could miss a tackle, for like whatever. Like, it's always the next play mentality. I was never even, after that play happened early on, I didn't think about it again until you just asked me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about the interception.
Yeah.
So what did you read on that play?
Well, so we were in one of our calls. I was in my zone, just playing off of Herbert's eyes and seeing where he was. And I honestly, without the tip or not, I think he was going to throw it right to me just based off of where he was looking. We made a check that put me in the right spot, and I knew I had help over top from Bobby. I had Quan behind me, and then we had Trey in the flat. So everybody was where we were supposed to be with communicating, and tips and overthrows. Got to get those. Johnny made a good play. He tipped it, and I was where I was supposed to be. Was able to come up with the interception.
How much did Quan's forced fumble? How much did that change things for you guys?
Yeah, I think it gave us a lot of momentum because offense was able to go down and score after that. And then they were driving. They were getting down the field right there. So just it gave us a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? And then from that point forward, I think we were just where we needed to be all the time.
What do you see your offense? You give the ball your offense, and you see 5 doing what they've been doing, and you see 22 run the way you want. Do you see that? What comes to mind?
Yeah, I think just as a defense, our mindset is as great as our offense is. We just want to make sure we're going out there and playing our best game, and that's how can we get the ball back to them. How can we be the best we could be? How can we create turnovers? How can we stop the run game? How can we stop the pass game? How dominant can we be as a defense? Because regardless of what the offense does, we have to play our best game as a defense against anybody it is. So, but to answer your question, yeah, it's great as a defense knowing we have those weapons on offense. And they're going to go out there and create big plays like they did today, and just making sure that we could get them the ball to allow that to happen as many times in the game as possible.
What does it mean to have? What did it mean to have? I know we have the same ball to have Jay back.
Yeah, I think it was great to have him back, but this team, our mindset is our mindset, so it doesn't matter who's back there, and it could be any one of our quarterbacks. Our mindset is we're going to attack, we're going to play aggressive, we're going to play fast, play physical. That's what we do. We're going to run and hit. That's just who we are as a team. But him being back here today, back home for him, like a home game for him. It was good to see the stuff that he was able to do with what he's been dealing with his knee. So I'm happy he played how he played today.
Against Atlanta, I think they said some early mistakes. It was tough to get out of that. What helped you guys overcome the early mistakes this time?
I think just the preparation during the week. Not that we didn't prepare well for the Falcons, but we just knew what we needed to clean up. And I think we did a great job of correcting mistakes during the week in our walkthroughs and the meetings. Coaches did a great job, and as players we met, so we knew what we were going to go out there and do today.
Are you guys in a separate meeting?
Yeah, just we have meetings on Fridays and Saturdays as players just to go over things from the week, what we like, what we don't like, just extra communication because the preparation doesn't stop till the game starts. So just how prepared can you be up until that point? And that's just what we do.
It's something you really need.
Reed's actually mentioned about high level of communication on the back end. Did you feel like there's really took it to another level this week?
Yeah, I would say we did a good job communicating, and just as a defense, it's easier to play fast. It's when you're settled in, when you're communicating, everybody knows what everyone's doing on the field. You're talking pre-snap. It limits the post-snap mistakes, and you're able to just play on one accord. Everyone's going to be in position. Everyone got their checks. It just allows you to focus in on what your job is for the play. And I think when we do that, we can be a really good defense. It's just how consistent can we be in doing that?
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it.